All right, your boy's 49 years old at the time of this recording, and I want to share the following. There's something that I really learned in these past 30 days. What slowing down taught me and why I'm back. Let's go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Noan El Boricua, and I'm so excited to be back. As you may or may not know, I am your host here at Fuel Pasión Podcast, where we love to be able to immerse dentro de cultura, to be able to grow in our faith, and to be able to make those conexiones. Once again, I am grateful for those that are on YouTube. If you subscribed and liked, thank you so much. If you're listening to us via podcast, share it with a friend. And if you're on IG, from the get-go, you guys have been the number ones. I started all the videos on IG, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Again, I'm excited just to be here because of the following, what I've learned. I've been away from social media, Facebook and IG. I did stay on LinkedIn because of my job, but there's a couple things that I just want to share with you really quick of why I'm back. At the time of this recording, February 1st, 2026, my birthday was on January 29th. Thank you, everyone, for all the love, the text messages, the messages, everything. It was really hard. That's why I had to come back technically on the 29th because so many people were hitting me up. So super grateful. But let's get into what I learned. The first thing that I learned that by taking this break, that silence creates space. I realized how much I normalize the noise, if you guys get what I'm saying by that. And to be honest, how much clarity was waiting on the other side where there was silence. Because I was so used to just the noise and I thought that I would find clarity. But as many of us know, that truly the sense of clarity are in those moments of silence. I think of I watched a lot of like documentaries, and one of the things that I really admire, especially like monks, is understanding the importance of solitude and silence. That will go to my next point. But even I look at the example in the Bible, like Jesus would go away in silence to be on the other side of the noise of the people in order for him to be able to find clarity and solitude and be realigned to the purpose of why he was here. So I think for me, let it be, this historical biblical context of Jesus, or even this present day moments of monks and their past, or even just many of us that tend to go to Mother Nature, to the mountains, to the beach. You all really taught me the importance of silence, really brings a lot of clarity. The second thing that I would love to share with you that I've learned on this break was that presence is a spiritual discipline. Yes, you heard that correct. Presence is a spiritual like discipline 100%. And in what context do I mean that? I would hope that we know that being present isn't accidental. It's 100% intentional to be present. Being present with your familia, with your friends, being present with your own thoughts, and being present with God's quiet work in you. I mean, if I'm being honest, now that I'm at 49, which shout out to my mother in law, Esther, I had asked her, when did you start feeling as you aged that you were like, man, I feel this age? Man, I love my mother in law. She goes, I'm going to be honest. I didn't start feeling it until I turned 70. So I got some time. I got 21 years to be able to say I don't feel my age. But needless to say, now that I'm at 49, this is crazy. I'm less interested in doing more and more committed to being fully present, especially where God already has me. Like, that's the beauty of understanding time away from the noise, is that you understand that this presence, this spiritual discipline really shows you where you need to be because you don't have to be everywhere. Presence really reinforces maturity, wisdom, and really the stewardship. Look, we use this word stewardship when it comes to like financial means or money, but I don't think a lot of times we really think about stewardship of time. That's something that's really important, especially when we think about it's really a stewardship of not just nostalgia, but of like family, friends, and purpose. Which leads me to my final point. Purpose is now 100% more than ever. It is clarified and it is not discovered. I didn't go into this little break to try to discover purpose. No, 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 para nada. Lo que yo quería era claridad. I wanted clarity. And that's exactly what I got. There was moments that I would share with my family and even with some of my friends that I was literally sitting there, but it allowed me to read, it allowed me to write more, and that was the beauty in all this. See, in all of that stuff, my purpose, it got so sharp. It got so clear. And I think for me, it's like I didn't find a new calling, which I was low-key a little bit afraid about. I was really asking myself, okay, Noan, you're gonna take time away, and what does this mean for you in your career, in your family, in your community? Or is there a new calling that maybe God is calling me to? No, no, it wasn't none of that. It was literally understanding that, and thanks to many of you in person, it reminded me of my calling. It reminded me of my presence in every circle that I'm in. I had wrote on my Substack the title of Poetry in Motion. And it's really about understanding that God has called all of you, including me, to some beautiful purpose in this world. That's a sermon for another day. But I love the lyrics of why I made that title, that we as individuals are the poetry of God in motion. And that for me, it was about alignment. It's about understanding what I've been called to. Look, like faith, like work, like calling, it all is now moving together with more clarity. So, can I give you guys a couple challenges? The first thing I want, and I hope that you can do, is I want you to kind of take on this pause challenge. I want to invite you to just take a pause, 24 hours, meaning no posting, no scrolling, just none of that. I just want you to read a physical book. I'm challenging you, not even a digital book. I want you to challenge you to really read a physical book. Or I want you to write. Or I want you to maybe pray, meditate, or just sitting with the people that you love. Because this mirrors your experience with really without preaching it, because I think the pause challenge, that's a really hard one for a lot of people. The second challenge that I would love to give you is maybe write one honest paragraph. I want to give a shout out to my boy Alexander James. Be honest, he is so great as a storyteller and as just as a lyricist, as an author and as a writer. And I think for me, and I think for many of you, we could take this challenge. I want you to write one paragraph, just one paragraph, not for the likes and not for anyone else. Okay. I just want you to write something honest of where you are and where you sense God is leading you to. Okay. I think that when we're really honest and we're really just talking to God, something unlocks there. So either you take the pause challenge, or I hope you take this one honest paragraph challenge. The final challenge I want to give you is, how do I say this? How about revisit your why? Let's revisit that. I want you to ask yourself, what am I doing out of habit that no longer serves my purpose? And then I want you to ask yourself, and what deserves more of my attention this season in 2026? My hope is that you can do either one or two, or who knows, maybe you're willing to take on all three challenges. But I just want to say thank you once again. Look, it is February 1st at the time of this recording that I dropped this video. I am back. Not because the break is over, but because clarity is here. And if you want to read what came out of that season, head on over to the Substack that I shared, which is Poetry in Motion. And if you're in a season of slowing down, I hope you know you're not behind. You're not behind. You're right on time. At the end of the day, for me personally in this season, I stepped away to listen and I came back con claridad, with clarity. And I hope that this video showed you what it taught me. Maybe it taught you something. As always, I hope you can head on over to fuelpasionpodcast.com. Check out some of the episodes that I've posted, or head on over to YouTube as well. You'll see all the different videos. I actually did a car vlog during my break because I wanted to try something different. But as always, I want to say, immerse yourself dentro de cultura, grow in your faith, and make those conexiones. Y, wow, it's been a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I stumbled on that one. I don't want to edit that one out. So, y como dice mi abuelita, que Dios te bendiga.